Alright, we're back, guys, and let's go in and add the final controllers, and let's get into weight painting. Yeah, so the last few controllers we need are for the upper and lower jaw. So I'll take a circle again, throw it into the middle, scale this guy up. Why are you so small? You know, this is something we might want to draw instead. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy out and let us go to the front view. To the front view and rotate it 90 degrees X. And yeah, let's scale this guy down. Okay. Whoa, what happened there? I hit a button. Okay, so I will isolate this, then take control vertex and toggle soft select. So when I move it down, it moves into a nice jaw-like shape. Alright, pull this guy up. Oh dear. Perspective. Now, I'll pull this guy back in. Okay, and I'll select the last control vertex, the corner ones, and just pull it. Oh, this one as well. And just pull it in a bit. That nice, a nice curve. Okay, pull this guy in. Yeah. Sorry, I am mumbling. Alright, so I select this guy, hold down D and V, then bring it into the middle. Yeah. So that will be our lower jaw control. I'll go down all the way here. Call this lower jaw CTRL. Then parent it here. Alright. Modify freeze. I'll duplicate that and scale it Y. And this will be our upper jaw. So modify freeze. I might want to move it forward, so I'll take control vertices, move him forward a bit. Boom. There. Yeah. Alright. So these guys will control the lower and upper jaw. So I can minimize all of this. You know what? Let me... Yeah, anyways. Okay, I'll take the lower jaw. Oh, okay, no. It's not lower jaw, this is upper jaw. CTRL without a 1. Okay, I'll take upper jaw, then select upper jaw, then constrain parent. I'll take the lower jaw and select the lower jaw offset, constrain parent this as well. So now I can take these guys and move them around, and take these guys and move them around as well. Alright, so now we're gonna start weight painting. Should we start weight painting? Yeah, weight painting. Alright, so a basic overview on weight painting is I have to show you guys an example. But before we do that, what I like to do is, let me turn on, back. Turn on the time slider and turn off the range slider, because I'm working on a very small screen here, and turn off the command line as well. Here, so I have this I'm going to animate my controllers. So first off, so basically choose the first thing you want to weight paint. I want to weight paint this first, so I'm gonna select this and key it, and go up to 10, then rotate. Basically rotate as far, like to the farthest reaches of wherever it is. Yeah, I like the way it's deforming in the back, but we could improve on it. So I am unstepped. If this happens to you guys, you are unstepped. It might not happen to you guys because I'm not sure if you guys changed these settings or anything, but by default I made it stepped. So what I did was I opened up animation editors, the graph editor, select everything and hit the auto spline tool, and it will spline it for you. Basically what that does is it makes smoother transition between both poses. Alright! So weight paint. I'll select this guy, go into animation, then here, paint skin weights tool. And if I double click on this tool, it will open up the tool settings menu. Alright. Let me take away the channel box so we have more space here. Okay, so welcome to weight painting, for those of you who have not experienced this yet. So if I hold down right click on a joint, I can select its influence and I can see what it's influencing. I can go to shading. What's happening here? Why don't I see anything? Are you not? Oh, there, see? In the back. Now we see what it is affecting. So basically, in our bind pose we won't see anything, but when we start moving it around, you'll start understanding what it is affecting, in fact. So if you want to add influence to it, or subtract influence to it, this is where to go. And you can paint around, for example here, in front. I selected this joint, and as you can see it has no influence. Black means nothing, white means there's a value in there. Okay, so let me untoggle. No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, so here in front we have to look for the influencing here. So if I select this influence here, there. Now we know what's causing this, and we can go in and subtract that. But we don't want to go into every single joint here. Bear with me, guys. I really want to explain this well because a lot of beginners don't get this. So each and every joint obviously has an influence, right? And what we're looking for is what is causing these pinching here, what's causing the weird influencing problems here. And we want to correct that. So basically, this part, what do we want this part to go with? Like, which joint will control that part? So I can select an influence and I can add influencing here. So I can show you guys that. If we go down to add, and then if we add just a bit of value here, we can add in a better drop off there. And I can go in and just click and add influence, like just click away. And as you can see, I'm little by little I am correcting that. And let me untoggle joints so we see it a bit more. Let me isolate the geo, and there. So now I can just go in and add, and really, really going in and fixing that. Don't worry about the other side. We can work on one side. You guys can work on both sides. If you're learning, it's a nice way to learn. But if you're in a hurry, you can always mirror the paint weights. Alright, so this is not quite working out because we want the mouth to have a bit of influencing here. So let me toggle in joints again. Oh yeah, it's isolated. Okay, so I want this. Select this influence, and I want to add in a bit of influencing here and just smooth out that surface. So as you can see, all I'm doing is adding just a bit of influence. To be exact, I'm adding in every click is zero point 0.5. That is all I'm adding in. Just 0.5 every click. Yeah. Now I will select here, select this influence and add in from this side. Now it is always nice to isolate my selection, which is the geo, so I can see the deformation that I'm getting. So this takes a lot of patience, guys. It looks like we have a bit of influence up here. So I can go into replace, bring this to 0, and subtract influence there. Now what happens when I subtract? Since in our skin bind skin options we have interactive, we want to keep this in interactive because it's the easiest one to work with. What's happening is when I subtract, Maya will automatically calculate and take that influence that we subtracted and bring it to the closest joint, or whichever we chose here, which was closest joint, sorry. Yeah. Alright, so let me toggle joints again, then unisolate that, select the corner, select this influence, isolate my selection again, and we might want to add a bit here. So let me go back to add and type in a value I want, which is 0.05, sorry. There, then just add in that influence and smooth out that surface. We still have this weird deformation here because we have a joint here, right? We didn't constrain it where it will move down along with the head yet. So let's do that before we continue, so we can really get the proper deformation we want. But as you can see, that fixed a lot of issues, just painting those weights in. So let me mirror that over before we do anything. So let me double click the mirror option. Okay, let me reset this tool. Edit, reset. Okay, so yeah, mirror across Y and Z because we are mirroring across here and here. Basically, Y and Z is this axis, up and down. So we're mirroring across X, so we want to mirror across the YZ axis, which is up and down. And we can just do closest point on surface. We are going from positive to negative. And yeah, don't normalize, don't do anything else. That's all you want. Just hit apply. Okay, so now basically what that does is it mirrored the weights. So now as you can see, both sides are the same. Alright, so now let us untoggle our isolate. Let me select this joint. We want it to follow a certain joint. We want a certain joint to have an influence on that. Alright, and that joint would be the head. So I'll take the head joint, select this, constrain parent, and it looks like we have to delete. Let us delete the constraint first, because the constraints aren't working anymore. Or are they? Okay, they are, sorry. We don't want to delete anything. Ah, silly me. Okay, so I'm moving this. As you can see, it has a bit of influence and it's moving down. We're correcting it little by little. And on the side, we might want to add influence to this guy. Alright. Okay. So I'll do that on the next video, guys, because I want the next video to be completely weight paints. Alright, so I'll see you guys there.